It's a small memory, one that most of us have. A fragment almost entirely hidden in your hazy recollection of past years, of oddly dreamlike days where the imagination ran wild and free, blurring the lines of the so-called reality that you now have as an adult, and your innocence and carefree youth kept you for the most part very happy. Sometimes things happen, or we see little things when we were young and carefree, we tend to block out some of those things. Because I don't like to forget, as I have so much of my life. I will take a few of you to my memory, maybe help a few of you remember. Think of the rain. You were young, in first grade. Late at night you stumbled from the bathroom, and bleary-eyed walked through the familiar dark of your room that still scared you quite often. You were too tired to be afraid, so you didn't rush as you normally did into the sheets. You walked past the slightly dirty window with a view of a dimly lit street below, and you thought you saw somebody in what was maybe a yellow raincoat walking up the street. This began to happen often. You would wake up with the urge to look out the window, and sometimes you would see him or maybe it was her, you were never sure. But something was outside, sitting on a tree branch, standing beside that old mailbox, or even what was left of the tire swing. Whatever it was, indeed wore a yellow jacket, even on the driest of nights. You'd see the strange man walking up the street in the deadest hour of the night, and even in your young age you knew that was weird. You'd watch him for a few seconds, and every time he stopped and looked around, then turned towards your house, and you'd quickly duck under the covers and not come out until morning. Eventually, though, Mom put up blinds and you stopped looking for the weird man. Days and weeks passed. Years went by, rolling like an endless and unstoppable tide. Like the little tides of water that would flow into the drainage ditch beside your house after the rain. School, friends, hobbies, girls, they all pushed the strange set of memories from your conscious mind, just as they did mine. One night, in your senior year of college, or maybe it was on your way home from work, maybe you were studying late at the library. When you finally packed it in, you headed out and started to walk home to your apartment a few blocks down, since gas is expensive. On a drearily lit street, you got the creepy feeling that someone was watching you. A few times you turned around but nobody was behind you. Then you felt like it was coming from higher up, and you looked at a slightly dirty window in a strangely familiar house. But there was nobody. You shrugged it off and, as a loud crack of thunder pealed overhead, you gladly threw on your yellow raincoat and continued up the silent street. Stay paranoid, my friends.